the human athlete. How are you? I hope you're well. Happy Thursday. Almost there. Hey, I wanted to make a clarification. I wanted to be more explicit about something. And when I was reflecting on my words yesterday, which is part of my character, always constant state of reflection, you do not have to explain how you live your life to anyone. When it comes to self-care and time for yourself and recharging your batteries, you don't. I hope very much, as in the context, but again, making it explicit, that those are behaviors that are healthy, those are behaviors that are good, not behaviors to hurt yourself or be a danger to yourself or are unhealthy in any way. If you're somewhere in there and feel like, you sort of can't handle things, please reach out. Reach out to a family member, reach out to a friend, reach out to an organization, a company, reach out however you feel comfortable reaching out. Hell, reach out to me, DM me, and I'll talk with you for a bit and see what, if anything, I can help you or guide you towards any kind of services that you may or may not need. But please, reach out if you feel you need to. Be brave. I know you can. Please do that. And so yeah, if you're in that mix, we need you. We need you. We need you here. Trust me. We have new people in the organization. Speaking of that, so thank you so much. Welcome to Human Athlete. We do things here a little bit differently. We're talking about athletes and we're talking about being human. Those two things put together, transformational coaching for the benefit of the athlete. A lot of this thing can go both ways, both for coaches and athletes. But at the end of the day, we are trying to make better, more holistic athletes from late stages of pediatrics all the way up and through college. So into the elite, if we can do anything to help out, that's human athlete. When we speak about self-talk, the quote that jumps out at me is the one that I heard. For me, I think it feels right, is that regardless of what an athlete says to themselves out loud, internally, or in private, that's self-talk. And also known as inner voice, also known as auditory imagery, which for me, that second one is kind of sounds technical, but it helps me visualize self-talk in a good way for me. So whatever works for you, you do you, as we say in my house so often. Self-talk, it's not good or bad. It's an honest and open conversation with yourself, right? The importance of self-talk is the tone and the content, right, in which you employ your self-talk. More of an inner coach that's, I don't know, supportive of you, helping you work through things. Now, when we speak about, tone and content, here's a good way to look at it. A good rule is that if it's not acceptable, it's not appropriate to say to another teammate, why are you going to say it to yourself? That just causes negative self-talk, which again, we don't want to get into the negative. We want to vacillate more towards the constructive, right? However you see I refer to it as inner coach, if you'll allow me. However you refer your self-talk in a tone of an inner coach or something like that, or maybe they're a little more stern. You do you. But generally, you want to keep the self-talk more positive and supportive, constructive. Your eyes are the most important, powerful sense for taking in information, right? When people say, well, I'm a very visual learner. I get caught saying that every once in a while. Yes, absolutely makes sense. And so when you do employ self-talk, wherever you can, whenever you can, however you can, as you build your how you self-talk, as you develop your own, closing your eyes and doing that, I still advocate for very much. Take the eyes out of it, get into the mind, the auditory then takes over, and it's a different level of reflection and self-talk. How do you respond to your own negative self-talk, right? Like you're going to start to build an awareness of how you talk to yourself, right? As you do it more, as you employ it more, you're going to build awareness. Knowledge goes up, right? Build up. And so is it negative? Is it harmful? Is it doubtful? Like, it's going to be situational. That's for sure, right? It's going to be incredibly situational. How you build that voice, what you hear, and again, close your eyes if you don't close your eyes, but how you envision your self-talk as a constructive coach, as a taskmaster. Hey, you do you. I'm not here to tell you this is got to fit in this box. But however you do it, you should build the awareness of your negative talk and not get too heavy on it. So there's 3 strategies you can use. 1 is dissociate and replace. 2 is frame and reply. And 3 is refute. Dissociate and replace basically means, you know what, you're going to replace it with supportive talk or in a different tone. You're going to dissociate, stop, and replace it with something that feels better to you as you navigate your self-talk, right? Reframe and reply is using an alternate perspective, right? Alternate perspectives are always, always important to you. So, you know, what stage do you do self-talk and in what way do you do it? Like, there's some science and some suggestions to it, right? But for now, be proactive, right? Be deliberate, specific, be deliberate in what you are talking to yourself about, especially when you're just beginning to build your motor skills, right? Grossly oversimplified. If this thing ain't on, nothing else is working. This thing communicates with everything, your central nervous system, your muscles, your spindles, everything, to get you to do something in a certain way to achieve a certain outcome. And so there's no reason when you're amateur level, just starting out, that you should be hard on yourself. Be instructional, okay? And during competition, especially, I passionately believe that you should be instructional in your self-talk, right? Be that instructional coach, right? Be that transformational coach to yourself. I have a ton of mantras, not so many keywords, but for me, those mantras create that moment in that mood for me, that emotion, right? Now, for you, it's keywords or mantras, or it's a good mix of both. But that is a quick hit on that moment. Experienced athletes, that keyword, that mantra, whatever gets those juices flowing, whatever gets that stuff ready to roll. And from there, you set the mood, and then you go through your process, right? And how you compete and everything else. Guide yourself to how you want to feel emotionally through your self-talk and your mantras or your cue phrases and cue words, right? There's a lot going on in the world right now. Please be safe. Take care of yourselves, and experience self-care however it looks. Throw yourself into some self-talk. The greatest conversations I've had in my life, there's a lot of them. And it's not some kind of selfish thing, but sometimes those hardest conversations I didn't have to have with anybody else. I had it myself. And I felt safe. And it helped me have that conversation. I hope you have a great, fantastic, good, healthy, holistic day. When it comes to self-care, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Take care of yourself. Okay? Please. This is a crazy world we got going on right now. Be safe. Take care of one another. Take care of each other. Seriously. Please. You're a human first. Then you're an athlete. Human athlete. You can't be one without being both.
Ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this. Ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody.